Nico Robin turned into a giant devil. A giant devil with red skin, horns, and massive wings. And then hundreds of arms came out the ground, destroying everything around them. That's a really cool ability to have. That's a nice ability. One problem with that. When did she ever have the ability to turn into a giant, massive devil with hundreds of arms coming out of the ground, destroying everything? She was never able to turn into a giant devil with red skin, horns, massive giant wings. She was never able to do that. Nico Robin was always a background character. Oda really didn't care much about her. She only had two fights. Nico Robin had a fight against a giant on Skypiea, and then later on Fishman Island, she fought against a fishman called Hammond, and she defeated him in like a minute. That's it. She never had any other fights. So, how is Nico Robin all of a sudden able to take down Black Maria? Black Maria and the rest of the Tobiroppo were strong characters. They were going to be the future commanders of the Peace Pirates. If Queen, King, or Jack ever died, then it was possible for a Tobiroppo to take a new place as a Yonko commander. That's how strong the Tobiroppo were. So how was Nico Robin able to defeat Black Maria knowing that she had no fights in the One Piece story, that she never fought against anyone? Devil transformation came out of nowhere, and all the One Piece simps, aka the One Piece YouTubers, were like, ah, yeah, yeah, Nico Robin is so cool and awesome. We're not gonna question how she got the ability. We're just gonna clap and cheer. That's what all we're gonna do. Because we are simps. Later on in the story, it was revealed that Nico Robin knew about the location of Pluton the entire time since Alabasta, and she never told anyone for some unknown reason. She had a talk with Odin's father, and Odin's father told her that yes, it's on Wano. Pluton is under Wano. Before arriving at Wano, Nico Robin knew that Pluton is on Wano. After arriving on Wano, she knew that it's on Wano. Literally nothing changed, but for some reason, now, knowing that it's on Wano, even though she knew it before, she all of a sudden decides to tell the Straw Hats about Pluton. Nico Robin asks Luffy, what should we do about Pluton? Nothing. Let's do nothing. What? When I first heard that Pluton is under Wano, my first reaction is okay, the next arc is going to be Straw Hats under Wano trying to find and destroy Pluton so the Kurosei could not get their hands on it. But no, that's not what happened. The Straw Hats were like, who gives a shit? Let's move on. Even Frankie was like, yeah, let's move on. Frankie went through so much shit because of Pluton. His father was murdered because of Pluton. The CP9 tried to assassinate his brother because of Pluton. And even Frankie was like, oh, it's under Wano? Oh my god, oh, Luffy says we shouldn't do anything about it. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to the next arc. Who gives a shit? Did Oda forget about Water 7 and Enies Lobby? Water 7 and Enies Lobby, those two arcs, their entire purpose was Pluton. The entire story was Pluton. And now it's like, yeah, who cares? Let's move on. And then people ask me why I no longer like One Piece. Because One Piece is shit at this point.